Okay, good afternoon, guys, to another Hero Homes Live, brought to you by Hero Homes, obviously. Elfie Hero Homes here. We got Clinton Lim today with us and also Heikel, my partner. So Clinton Lim is Associate Group Executive Director.
Work partner only,
with Propnex. Work partner.
Not life partner.
Not life partner, yes. So Clinton and Heikel and myself, we're going to talk about two important topics, which Heikel is going to share with us today. Right?
Three topics.
Okay, Heikel,
Hello, guys.
let's go.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, hi.
Am I the first Chinese?
Yes, Clinton is also the first Chinese on our podcast live, on our YouTube live.
Actually, my first Chinese friend in real estate also.
Oh my God, so sweet.
Yeah, actually, he's also my first
Love.
Muslim friend.
Malay
First
friend
love.
ever.
In real estate. And
School
one
got no
of
Malay.
the few agents that I actually caught when he was in Milan, I think.
Oh my
he was
God.
in Milan.
Cannot say.
So that time I remember Heikel was a bit like Heikel was I thought he was some agent that's doing high-end properties. Because I think I called him for some high-end property.
Yeah, I was.
So anyway, the rest is history lah.
Okay, anyway, so Heikel, to you, please.
Okay, so today we're doing things a bit different, which is why I'm also very differently dressed today. Yeah, we just want to do things, mix things up. The first half of our segment will just be talking about news updates, some comments that we have from a professional point of view, real estate professional point of view. And then we'll go to a break. And after that, since we have Clinton Lim on board, we'll talk more about who he is, what we do as property agents.
Right.
I mean, Elfie, myself, and Clinton, I think collectively we have close to 30 years worth of
about
30 years.
real estate
I
experience.
started about 12 years ago.
12 years, 11, yeah, with William
So
Go.
12.
Yeah, almost 30 lah.
Yeah.
30
So
years worth of experience.
30 years.
yeah, okay, that's the introduction for today. So let's go straight into our article that we want to talk about. Mahi, please bring up the first content. Okay, so recently there was this news that caught my eye on Straits Times. It states that there's a lot of BTO applicants who applied, yet as you can see here, as you can see here, they declined. They got their application, yet they declined. 40% of them did not go for the booking or they just cancelled. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? I mean, like, it's so difficult to get a BTO ballot in the first place.
Yep.
So you apply, you put down your $10, and then you wait for 1.5 months, 2 months for the ballot number to come out.
Right.
Then you tell everybody, hey, I never get any ballot. But
Bro.
actually you got. But you never go.
You never go.
Why?
Picky.
Yeah.
Picky.
Picky,
I think they're
Picky.
I think they're picky.
Picky.
Why?
Because everyone probably wants like the best view, the best higher floor. I mean, personal experience is I have some friends that really they want like no lesser than 15 story,
Oh.
right? So anything below they just didn't bother to show up.
So
No lower than 15 story means they just want a top floor.
They want high floor.
High floor.
Or
and then-
those high rise
And then
20,
after that they
30.
still complain. They say,
Right.
oh, I never get my BTO. But it's
Yeah lah,
just
Singaporean
picky
lah,
It's
complain
just
only,
yeah,
yeah.
typical.
Like my wife, every day complain only. So anyway, applying for BTO and cancelling, I was one of them.
Oh, yeah.
you?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, with my ex-girlfriend lah, I applied.
Oh, really?
Then she became my wife lah. So we
Which
applied
estate?
4 times. Okay, this is my story. Okay, I know I got a time limit now. So we applied 4 times for a Tampines BTO. I stay in Tampines. 3 times we applied, never get.
Okay.
On the 4th time,
Right.
I told her change your IC to Malay, change to Pakistani Malay.
Paki, okay.
Because her mom is Pakistani IC.
Okay.
So she changed. I mean, she's okay with that lah. And we applied for like 1,000 over unit BTO estate.
Okay.
We were number like 130. Woo!
You probably
Wow.
get the best.
So you
Yeah. So
Confirm
we
placement.
I was like, wow, happy sia, shock sia.
What happened?
So
broke up.
no lah, yeah, not married, no. So eventually, being a property agent, helping my clients upgrade and all that. I mean, I could sense that. I mean, if I were to wait for the BTO to complete 5 years MOP, I have to wait 8 years before I can start my property journey.
asset progression.
Asset
journey.
progression. So I thought, okay lah, why not I take a leap of faith, burn the deposit. Not much lah, 2,000 only lah.
When was that?
When was that? 2018?
2018. So
2018, before we
2018
got
means that your HDB by now haven't
bro.
got keys yet.
Haven't. I can see every day I drive past. It's not done yet. Every day I happy.
Is it almost done or?
Not done yet. But of course, I mean, not making fun or anything lah. So just saying lah. I mean, for me, I cancelled because I felt that I can push myself further, and I didn't want to be locked in a total of minimum 8 years before I can move on.
You're right.
That's my point of view.
Exactly.
But when I saw that news, I didn't think of myself lah, because I forgot many years ago already, right? But I'm surprised because when I talk to a lot of my clients, a lot of them want to apply, a lot of them hoping to get. So it's quite surprising to see the number is 40% they avoided. Mahi, can you bring up the content again? The news? So on the left side, I circled red color. It states that virtually anyone, if you apply in Punggol, Sengkang, Yishun, Choa Chu Kang, which is a non-matured estate, if you apply for at least 3 times, you confirm will get one. Confirm will get. So what I want to share with you is today, if you are going for a property, you feel that, hey, resale flats are too old.
Correct.
Or
Too expensive.
You just need to throw your money, $10. 3 times, confirm you'll get.
Yep.
Then you can settle already.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think the point is Singaporeans are picky, but yet what we see is them complaining on government.
I think they
not
want
giving.
everything lah. They really want everything. Singaporeans are, if you see, really complain, whine. But anyway, it is what it is lah.
You also, bro. You also complain a lot.
Okay, Chinese complain a lot.
Yeah, blame everyone but yourself. Okay, so that's the first article I want to share. Let's move on to our next article. Yeah, so this time we're going to make things moving, fast moving, and then we talk about
Okay,
other stuff
HDB resale prices up for 24 months, 11% rise. Wow.
Yeah, nothing new.
Okay.
Like, everything in Singapore is going up now.
Yeah.
And everything is
But I think the main problem with HDB resale is it's getting ahead of economic fundamentals.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a big word. That's a big word. But what I'm saying is it's just unnatural what's happening now. It's scary. It's like 2013.
Unprecedented.
2013, unprecedented. 2013, under supply. If you bought a HDB resale, you're probably not going to make money for the longest time. Okay, in 2021, if you buy a HDB resale, most likely
all-time high.
all-time high. I don't know how you're going to exit because now we are talking about 40-year-old properties.
Sorry, 2013 average HDB flats, majority of 20 plus years old.
20 plus, yes.
In 2021, those
30,
flats
40s.
will be 30 plus years old already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet they are more expensive by 7 to 10%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are not talking about high construction costs and all that. That's more for BTO or new launches. Now we're going to talk about supply and demand. Basically, that is the main driver of
The economy,
prices.
the
economy.
property prices.
Yes, even
property.
for private property, it's the same thing now. Because even, let's say, rewind back to 2020, right? If we're having this discussion in March or April, we also will project a very bad market for the following 1 year or so because it's COVID.
Yeah,
the price has gone up. So a lot of people don't see the aspect of supply chain disruption, right? And the effects of it.
Okay, heavy,
really, bro.
I want to save this topic for a bit later. Mahi, can you bring back the article again just now? Sorry.
Nice shirt.
Okay.
Nice shirt.
Yeah, Sadiq says nice shirt. Of course, bro. I got taste. Got to see my sock, my shoe. This is how I dress up normally. Without when I'm not at work.
Hey, can you see my watch? Okay.
Watch later lah. Okay. So this article, if you zoom in, if you can zoom in on your own, to the volume dipping 0.8%. There's a second graph below. Okay, you can actually. Thanks, Mahi. Bring it up. Yeah.
Right.
So you can see February there was a dip in resale volume. The number of people buying and selling resale volume dropped. You know why? Because HDB launched a mega BTO launch.
Okay.
So a lot of people went, I believe they went into the BTO market. They exited the resale market. Can you bring it up again, please? Okay, and then you can see the effect the following few months. You can see the number of transactions is dropping in March, in April, in May, in June. It has reached the lowest number of transactions in 1 whole year.
Okay.
Okay, so I think this is something I've been sharing with a lot of our agents or our clients, the fact that the trend has started, the volume is dropping.
Okay.
in my opinion,
Yeah. By the way, Heikel has always, for me personally, right, 70% of the time, all the videos, when we talk about private property prices increasing, 2021, he did a video. You should watch that on YouTube. You know, you're saying private property prices will increase.
oh, so
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
it's
good
I-
analysis. So
I can
anyway,
predict,
back to
I can
Heikel.
predict,
Yeah, good predict.
No, okay, seeing trends. Because back in 2013, when you were saying like prices were all time high,
Correct.
Then there was 7 quarters, 21 months of transaction volume dropping. It took like 6-7 months before the price started to follow.
Yep.
So, Mahi, one more time again. Sorry, the same. Yeah, so you see, prices are going up. Okay, it has been 3 months whereby the volume has been dropping. I have a feeling another 3 to 6 months, we will see a turn in resale price. That's my hot take today, bro.
All right. My
Guys,
hot take.
can I offer another perspective?
Okay.
Right, to probably wet a blanket a little bit. Actually, Mahi, can you show the graph again? If you notice, right, the HDB resale prices has gone up, right? But the transaction volume has dropped.
Correct.
Right? It could also mean that
$1 million
there's lesser
HDB flats.
seller.
Okay.
It's the supply.
Lesser
So
supply.
I think
possible.
data is very dead lah. It depends on perspective, how you interpret data, right? But like I said, there's also another side of the coin is it could be lesser sellers, and then people are paying higher for a house.
Can I say, okay, another side of the dice lah. Now got 3 parts already.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say that because there are outlier transactions, $1 million HDB flats.
That is pushing
prices up. Okay, lower volume, but based on a per square foot basis, yeah, they are also the main.
Off track a bit, guys. Like for
Off track
example, recently, if you notice, there's this one Japanese coffee shop,
Okay.
$40 million, right? Right. Now every single coffee shop owner wants like 20-30 million.
20-30
for, like,
million.
some stupid coffee shop.
Okay.
No, so if you see so many $1 million HDB transacting, naturally a lot of owners will become a little bit more bullish.
Correct.
And they also want higher price.
Yep.
Yes.
So I think right now we really cannot exactly say where is it heading to, but I think the high chance of it coming down is of course there. The
Bro.
price is really quite high already.
Okay,
right?
so I think we have discussed this previously, I think a few weeks ago. People who can afford $1 million HDB flats is a different category already.
Fair
But
enough.
public housing for the masses, I feel, to see prices increase 30% in 2 years. Did your salary increase by 30%? My wife's salary didn't increase by 30% now. Why? Cannot, no. Not right, no.
Okay. So again, HDB, I mean, as much as you are saying that, HDB resale is an open market. It's almost like a free market in a way lah. But BTO is the one where they control salary. You cannot earn more than 14K.
Yes, got salary cap.
Got salary cap. You know, so and just now I shared with Heikel, I said median salary in Singapore is 9.5K. On average. So it still covers the majority. Household median income, 9520.
That's quite a lot. No?
Yeah. So I think the government is doing a good job lah. You know, BTO is kept affordable. So resale is just a bit wild lah.
There's only so much they can do lah.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it really depends on every other Tom, Dick, Harry.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, before we move on. Mahi, one more time, the slide.
One more time.
Okay, Clinton said that he thinks there's lesser sellers in the market.
It could be. If I interpret
That's
this
why the
data.
volume is dropping. I'm saying he's wrong. Confident, huh? Because I feel HDB releasing 49,000 BTO flats this year and next year. Flex knowledge, huh?
Yeah.
They're releasing 49,000 flats. That's why a lot of buyers are going into the resale market. Going to the BTO market. Hence the slowdown in transaction volume. Okay.
My advice. Last.
I could be wrong also.
Takeaway, bro.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Bro, takeaway. Okay, so for the viewers who are HDB sellers lah, this is my takeaway. You know, you can get high prices now. Okay, you can lock in your prices.
Yes.
Okay, plan your next move properly. You know,
Yeah.
because you are gonna lock in. Because 2 years later, I'm guessing prices will just.
So today
Now you can ask 800K.
Yeah.
2 years later, 600K. Maybe cannot also.
Yeah, so if you want to cash out, don't call Clinton. His number is 94523347. Call me. 97597125.
For buyers, if you can wait lah.
Yeah, please wait.
Relax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Takeaway is
Takeaway.
I might be wrong. I might
Yeah.
be wrong. Everybody
we
else.
are just sharing perspective lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on. Third article.
That article.
All right. This is by Property Guru. They were sharing 4 reasons why your dream home is increasing in price lah. So they gave a few reasons. I don't agree with all, but I just want to highlight these 2 content that they shared. I think we need to improve this, Mahi. No. Okay, so one of the content is rising local demand and rising foreign demand, pushing up properties in Singapore up.
I don't agree, but it's okay.
You don't agree?
Yeah, I don't agree.
Why? Which part you don't
Okay,
agree?
foreign demand. When you talk about foreign demand,
I agree with you that you don't agree.
Yeah, you're gonna talk about CCR, not OCR. And CCR, how many units?
What is
down there?
CCR, bro?
Core Central. I mean,
Core Central
talking
region.
about
I
Orchard
think
lah.
this one let me explain.
Oh, okay. Let Clinton explain.
Okay, this is my area of expertise. Okay, so I think a lot of Singaporeans have this misconception that foreigners are the one driving prices in Singapore. Actually, false, because in the past, I would say past 7, 8, 9 years, okay, government has actually tried to strangle this group of buyer with a lot of ABSD. Right now, the ABSD, because it keeps changing. I think right now it's about 25 or 30%.
Correct.
I say it keeps changing, so I
Yep.
forget the amount. But it's a huge deterrence for buyers to be buying, right?
Yes.
But foreigners in the past few years, it's actually they only buy CCR properties, Central Core Region properties. So like I said, when you see like bulk purchase, I think you all shared this one thing with Ashraf last week, right? The bulk purchase one. It is not something that I would be worried about because that these core region properties, right, is rather developers are aiming to sell to foreigner buyers.
Correct.
Okay, but typically we get these Chinese buyers coming from China. We don't get that much Indonesian buyers nowadays.
And these people, they don't buy in Punggol. They don't buy in
And they
Tampines.
don't buy,
don't
in
buy,
Punggol.
yeah.
Right. They don't buy in Punggol. So usually buy Central Core Region. Lah. Because the ABSD is already so great. It's like today, if your COE is so high, you buy a Toyota, let's say about 160K, and your Mercedes is 200K. So they'll say, I might as well buy a Mercedes.
That's why a lot of
Correct.
Mercedes were out in the market for the past few years.
Yes,
A lot of
correct.
Mercedes,
So,
yeah.
but I would like to correct that. I think foreign demand it's still decent, but it's
Yeah.
not the key driver.
So I think we all can agree that foreign demand in Singapore is
Not a key driver lah.
not a key driver. I mean, we all do different markets. We do HDB residential. Clinton does private, higher net worth kind of clients. So we can see it across all markets, foreigners not active so much, especially in the last 2 years after COVID.
Yes.
And with all the
I mean,
ABSD.
you do still occasionally have this kind of bulk purchase and
Yeah.
Chinese
One-off
people coming
things lah,
by.
one-off
Okay,
things
it's
lah.
one-off lah.
Right. So I guess enough on the foreigners. We agree they're not around. But the other part of the article was saying local drivers.
Correct.
That one I 100% agree.
100%.
100%.
Because now we have dual income. One thing that is very different about our generation and our parents' generation. My father was the only person working.
Correct.
Same.
No.
My father also.
Okay, our fathers were the only ones working. But today, I'm working. I'm not letting my wife stop working because I want a dual income.
Yeah.
You know? So
You want to share the load, right?
share the load. Yeah, but that also means that we have higher purchasing power to buy a bigger house. Yeah, and because of that, the same limited number of houses is there, but more and more people are able to buy higher prices. So
Right.
they bid up lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why prices are pushing up, especially proven in the last 2 years. Local demand very strong. You have your suburban condo prices, HDB prices
Right.
shooting up by 30% too.
I partially disagree with
Oh,
Michael's
wow.
point.
Whoa.
Okay, reason why? Okay, one of the main drivers is the HDB upgraders.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. And they are pushing prices up because they themselves are selling at all-time highs. If you're talking about 3 years ago, basically they are always the drivers lah. Because it's local, they are vested, they won't run if got any war or what,
But I think what you were trying to bring out the point was that they got high profit
Yes.
to carry over.
Correct. Because median income, let's just now talk, 9.5K on average.
Yeah.
Okay. So it hasn't increased so much over the past many years.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my
Actually,
point.
this group of HDB upgraders are the one driving the market for the past 1 to 2 years, especially in properties in the RCR and OCR, which is outside core region and rest of core region. So they are the key driver. So that's very clear lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else from the article that we can discuss?
Yes, there's a second part. Point number 4. Rising cost of raw material and labor means Singapore prices
That's okay, good.
are higher. I got 6 eyesight, bro. Yeah, you want me to read the
I
bottom
only
half?
see like ends only.
Okay. So rising costs of materials. So it's again, upward pressure. So towards, housing prices can only go up because of raw
Yes.
materials.
Correct. Example, like right now, I'm also in the process of renovating my house. 2-3 years ago, I think the cost to do the exact same thing as maybe, let's say, $100,000. Right now, it's $160,000.
No, because you want to put a lift right inside your
I
house.
mean, whatever it is, yes, reason. But what I want to say is, because it's $160,000, in the future, when I want to sell my property, I will factor that in also.
Bro, how much your house? Bro?
Right?
How much you buy your house?
I bought, no, secret.
Where?
Secret, bro. Secret.
Okay,
How big, how big the land?
Anyway.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
How many cars, bro, inside?
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, bro. So Clinton, you were saying continue. I mean, you were saying about
Okay,
Raw material.
Raw material.
material.
Rising costs, I think it affects everyone, especially this year because inflation is very, very high, right? So everything's increasing. You see, but everything is correlated to energy costs. But like I said, we leave that for another day.
Yes.
Okay.
But rising costs is real. And like I said, developers and even owners like myself, I would like to pass the cost to future buyers. That's why prices, we believe, should stay fairly strong.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, when you talk about private properties versus HDB, it was ahead of economic fundamentals.
Yeah.
But for private property, it is in line. Can we say that?
Yes.
Because if not, when was the last measure? 2020, December 2021. The ABSD.
Yes, last year
That's all.
they actually introduced the adjustment for second property,
Second property,
for
right?
Singaporeans
Exactly.
and PR and whatsoever.
So 1.5 years later, nothing.
I want
Half years
to...
later, actually nothing because it does not address the problems.
The problems.
fundamentally.
I
So
want
that's
to...
why.
Let's continue.
Okay. So Michael wants to say something.
Yeah,
Michael.
I want to add on to Elfie's statement whereby HDB prices are no longer in line with the fundamentals, whereby it's a depreciating asset and all that. And the fact is, again, I repeat, HDB flat prices has gone up by 30%, 30% in the last 2 years. But resale condo, the index has only gone up by maybe like 9-10%.
Yes.
Yeah, so like you said, fundamentally, it sounds like private properties are more in line with economic whatever's
So
going on.
more
Growth lah.
opportunity.
Yeah lah. Okay. Yeah. So we don't have an overinflated private property market.
Yes.
Okay, but we do have an overinflated.
All right, we have one question
What's that?
by our very own Mahi. I mean, he wants to know, when can we estimate the peak and start of
Fall down.
or fall down in the BTO market? I mean, you mean the prices?
Prices.
So I guess for HDB prices, well, I feel because of the trend that transaction has been going down, I think it's a matter of 3 to 6 months, nothing more than 6 months, that we'll see prices to drop, HDB market. On that note, since we were just talking about private property just now, I don't see private property dropping in value anytime soon, because again, fundamentally, and the demand for upgraders
But I believe,
is still very
I want
high.
to correct you a little bit, but I believe that the transaction volumes will continue to fall
For private.
for private.
Private has also been dropping. You're right.
Yeah.
I think
Volume, but not price.
Because a lot of people are worried about the upcoming recession,
Okay.
because high interest rate, so and so forth, right? When they are worried about something, right, they tend to
Knee-jerk.
put the brake.
Knee-jerk reaction lah.
When they tend to put the brake, they do nothing.
They do
When
nothing.
nothing, transaction volume falls,
Yeah.
right?
It will fall for a bit lah.
Yeah, they fall for a bit. So whether it affects the price or not, it really depends on how panicky the sellers are.
Understand.
If they are lah.
Yeah. Hey, but talking about that, sorry. When you talk about panicky sellers, that means there's a reason to sell. Is it for profit or is it to buy something better? But to be honest, right, Singaporeans got a lot of savings. So these sellers,
Yeah.
if they don't get their prices, okay, Singapore has one of the highest savings rates in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, these sellers, they're greedy. They want money, they want profit. If I cannot sell for that,
Okay, so you were talking about panicky sellers.
Yes.
There's one more thing going on in the world that might actually bring on a second set of panic.
World Cup.
No lah.
Sellers. COVID again.
Actually, I prepared a video.
Oh, okay,
Can
okay.
you play this video?
The announcement from UOB followed similar price revisions by DBS and OCBC to their fixed-rate packages. For a fixed 2-year mortgage, the rate has increased from a median of 1.15% in December last year to 2.75% for DBS, 2.98% for OCBC, and 2.98% for UOB. Mortgages with floating interest rates will also cost more. The 3-month Singapore Interbank Offered Rate, or SIBOR, has risen from 0.43% to 1.9%. while the 3-month Singapore overnight rate average, or SORA, has risen from 0.15% to 0.7% compared to the previous quarter.
Okay.
So that was the topic I want to bring up. Inflation leading towards higher interest rates. So
Yes.
not going to try to explain inflation here, but the fact is we have interest rates going up. We are all feeling it. Interest rates has
I'm
gone up
feeling it.
by average by 1.5%. For our typical condo suburban owner whose property is worth around 1 to 1.2 mil, that's an increase of $600 to $700 per month.
Okay.
Okay, your monthly mortgage is going up by $600 to $700 per month.
You're right.
If you are not panicking, maybe you will soon. When you see your bank send you the notice that your interest rate has gone up by 1%.
If you're not panicking,
And
that
1%
means
is
you plan
already-
with us, right?
And 1% is already
big.
quite a good day already.
So bottom line, right? If you have an outstanding loan, $1 million, your interest rate is 3%. Every year, your cost is on average is around $30,000 just cost.
So just to plug advertisement for ourselves, I
Yeah.
think all our clients, we can safely, as agents who has been helping them upgrade, putting them in this position, yet, they have to pay extra interest mortgage now. We know that they are safe.
Yes.
Because of how we plan. End of plug.
Yes.
So interest rates increasing.
Yep.
That means cost of holding a property is going to go up.
Yes.
That means if I'm not owning a private property today, I want to buy a condo today. To buy $1 million condo, I have to pay more. That means I either lower my budget or I don't buy at all.
Yep.
If everybody has this thinking, likely the expectation is prices are going to be
dropping.
dropping.
Mm.
What's your take on this?
If you want to start first or you want me to go?
Yeah, Clinton, please.
Okay, so I think if you, let's say, get into the situation of buying a condo and then you're worried about the high interest rate, we call it a form of holding cost, a yearly expense. Now, same thing as what I mentioned in regards to renovation. Usually, if, let's say I'm a very savvy investor and at the end of the day or 3-4 years, I want to decide how much I want to sell, I need to factor in the cost. Okay? So because your high inflation leads to high interest rate, because interest rate is meant to crush demand, right? High interest rate. But the thing is, if your high interest rate is high, means inflation is also high. Cost of material, everything is so high. So if everything is high, okay, we expect in the future the selling price to be high also.
Yep.
But when we enter in right now, I think what Heike says is true. People will be a bit, as I mentioned also, people will be a bit more cautious.
Cautious.
Okay. But at the end of the day, like HDB upgrader, when they want to upgrade, it's beyond just making money. They want to have a different lifestyle, change your lifestyle.
Yep.
Because of COVID, COVID, when you lock someone down in a HDB, of course, given a choice, they want to stay in a condo, can go down, walk around the facilities, so on and so forth. So, HDB upgraders, like I say, I don't believe will be deterred that much, although it's still a significant amount,
Right.
but they will consolidate and add to the cost.
I want to add on to your point that HDB upgraders will not be so affected. Also because what Elfie said just now, they have a bigger profit
Margin.
to play with that they can deposit higher upfront, or if they're smart, they can play around with some reserve funds. So as the interest rate goes up, they are still well covered. This one a bit technical to explain.
Then we'll leave it for another session.
Yeah, but
it's quite fun.
So anyway, sorry to cut you. We have questions that we want to address. Okay,
Sure.
Mzar, for resale condo that are 10 years old and above, what should we look out for before entering? Okay, because I believe there are those older condos that can still make good profit when you exit. Maybe Heikel?
I just want to say, Emza has been following us every single week.
Thanks, Emzar.
Thanks, man. I mean,
Should we
like,
invite Emza
Don't
next
buy
time?
don't buy Tampines treasures yet.
what? Okay.
No, resale.
So, resale condo that I wasn't paying attention.
Okay,
Resale
10
condo
years old.
10 years and above, you should be looking for before you're entering, because okay, I think you have to look at price point first. If you want to buy an old project, you must make sure that it's not as expensive as a younger project. That's one. That's what I was using when I bought a resale property a few years ago. I just made sure that I'm buying way cheaper than my neighbors. So age to age, I compared. I was buying like at least 150 to 200,000 cheaper than my next door neighbor, which was just like 1 year
Hey, your house
older.
quite new, remember? Yours quite new, right?
But I still bought resale. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite new.
Now is reaching 10 years lah. Okay, but anyway, and if I'm buying an older property today, I will use the same concept first. Price. I will make sure that I have some what's the word? Buffer, arbitrage, whatever lah.
arbitrage, yeah.
Cheaper than my neighbor next door.
I see.
You know, if not, then why buy old? Then you just buy cost of
Correct.
space.
Yeah.
Then is it worth to pay the premium to pay for the space? If like that, just go landed lah, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think what our team, Clinton is actually, okay, just to share with you guys, if you don't know, we joined Clinton when we crossed
Ported
over to
over.
Propnex. Okay, anyway, so he actually came up with a concept of how our resale buyers can actually, what's the word?
There's a framework lah. So basically, we
Okay,
have come up with a
framework.
framework to help us better understand whether a property is worth buying or investing or whatsoever. Like to answer the question, 10 years old and above, I think what Haikal mentioned is price, right? So if the price is good, it's not just the only factor that we have to pay attention to.
Right.
Okay. Price is one thing. Now, exit strategy is another. Okay. So
we
I
got-
don't want
We
to
got price, now we got exit strategy.
exit strategy. Who are you going to sell in the future? Let's
Correct.
say today I give you an example. You buy a condo, let's say Melville Park, right? Who's going to be buying there? Why would they pay a
Oh.
premium, right? So we need to identify this exit strategy. Okay, and the final thing is, even though you have a good price and good exit strategy, finally is you need to have a good, rather the property you buy has to have good quality lah. So what do you mean by good quality? To sum it up, good layout, good facilities,
So we got price, we got exit strategy.
and quality.
Now we're looking at the quality of the project you're looking at.
Yes, right down to the layout.
Okay.
Layout is very important.
So maybe let me put this in a different point of view. If your exit strategy is targeting towards investors who want, okay, then maybe they don't really care about having a storeroom and all that. Versus if you're buying in Pasir Ris, you know you are selling, in future, you are going to be selling to a family.
Yep.
They got a maid, they got 2 kids, they got 3 cats, one dog. So they need the extra utility room.
Correct.
Those kind of units usually will do better than those compact 3-bedder.
If you do a bit quick research, if you look at the annualized return for the comparisons between 2, 3, or 4 bedroom, typically the larger ones get a better annualized return.
Right. So you got a couple, sorry, to recap, you got a couple your exit strategy together with quality. The right quality must match.
Correct.
But-
Let's say today, if you want to buy somewhere in Tampines, if you buy a 1 and 2 bedroom, then you know your profits won't be as great lah.
Because not many people buy a 1-bedder,
But if you
2-bedder.
want to go
Floor
to the
plate
CBD,
smaller.
you want to go CBD, then you buy 3, 4 bedroom. I think a lot of locals don't want to be living there.
Correct.
You know? So sum it up, okay? Price, exit strategy, and quality.
If you have to rank exit strategy, price, and quality, which is the most important? Crescent Half is asking.
Price.
Wow.
Price
Because
is
if
most
let's say
important.
today the property is, for example, worth $1,000, okay, and the layout sucks, the quality sucks, right, and the exit strategy is also like not very good lah. But your price is, let's say they give a discount, instead of 1,000 they sell it to you at $200.
Yep.
Then to me, price is everything.
Okay.
There's a price for everything.
So
Right.
everything can go wrong, but price cannot go wrong.
Yeah, but
Okay.
to me, on the bigger picture, is because price now it's not easy to get fire sale because the
Yeah,
market is trending
agree.
upwards, so all the prices are high, right? So you're paying a higher price, then you need to go down to the go down deeper and
Yep.
understand the quality and exit strategy.
So on fire sale, I don't think there'll be any fire sale anytime soon. Like I said, Singaporeans got a lot of savings. We
Because
don't.
TDSR.
Yeah, because of
Total debt
TDSR,
servicing
exactly. So the
ratio.
government saw this. Speculation is gone anyway, guys. So you won't find fire sale. Okay, somebody is asking any tips for upgraders. Sell my current place at high price and buyer
Ong.
something high, buying something high also. So I think the question is, wow, I sell high, I also buy high. So what's the point, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
So for example, if you sell let's take an example, you sell your HDB at a high, and then you buy another private property at a high, right? So like what Haikal mentioned, the HDB has appreciated
Yes.
30% in
Right.
the past 2-3 years, right? Private property has only appreciated like 10%. So we more or less can deduce that probably
Yes.
private property has a bit more room to appreciate lah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's as good as selling high and buying not so high lah. Yeah. So you sell your HDB high and you enter into, whether it's a resale condo, but if it's a private property, you can see that the index hasn't shot up as crazy as HDB.
Yeah, right.
So if you're able to take advantage of the current situation, sell as an all-time record high
You are
for
right.
HDB market, and then you buy into a private property.
So
Which,
can I say one thing right now? If you have a chance, 10 years old property, buy something that has a good layout and big size.
You're right.
Yes,
Because
correct.
people are hungry for space.
But also I can tell you, I mean, in terms of exit strategy, I mean, when you say sell to investor, actually the best person to sell to is HDB upgraders.
Yes.
If you're an investor, if you're a proper investor, will you buy residential? How many properties can you buy? Honestly,
correct.
You know,
No, if I'm a purely investor, right, and got no emotions, right, I would just bargain and try to whack a price.
yeah. No, what I'm saying is, you know, how often are people gonna invest? What's an investor? Investor will probably go into commercial. Makes sense, right? No ABSD. You know, you can own. You know, there's a lot. You know, the yield is much better than residential. Property tax is gonna increase 2 years later. So I think in terms of investors, we're not gonna see a lot of them. So HDB upgraders is your next natural one.
Yeah.
Sell to them.
But HDB upgraded also investor. So in a way, they are half
Hybrid,
investor,
hybrid.
half for own use lah.
Okay, so somebody saying, alamak, gone already.
Inza.
Okay,
Inza got a lot of questions.
renovation for resale new launch condo important. Will it affect the price when you're selling in the future?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Yes.
No.
2 yes, 1 no.
Okay, the
is
reason
yes.
why is because if you want to look for a property, don't go for the renovation. Renovation you can always change anytime. Layout you cannot change. Okay, facing you cannot change. These are the things you should go for. Renovation you can spend money if you want to. Strategic renovation, not full renovation lah. So that's why I say renovation not important. I mean for the buyer even, there are things that they cannot change.
Okay, so he's busy looking at his phone. Very rude.
Rude lah this guy.
So renovation important because if you renovate too niche, too specific, very hard to sell.
Actually, it's more expensive.
It's
to
more
renovate.
expensive, then it's not going to be easy to sell because not everybody is going to like a Victorian style, Balinese,
Expensive.
Indian
Okay.
style.
Can I say?
Chinese?
Rojak.
Okay, if you wanna buy a property to sell, do strategic renovation.
Yeah, timeless.
Timeless renovation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
then again, you
Minimalist.
Minimalist, movable.
Okay.
Right, okay.
So, the right kind of renovation, yes, will make a difference. But it's also very subjective. But find the right ID, find the right advisor, you can get a very high price in future. Yeah.
Share one case study, very fast one.
Okay, very fast case study. This is about Tanjung
My
Bro.
client bought a Costa Road unit, spent 500k on renovation, okay? And he did not came out with an over elaborate design. Okay, so he spent 500k really changing what the top
500,000.
500,000. I got receipts, I got invoice, I got receipts, all right, to prove it. Because at that time we said that I was also skeptical. But anyway, he changed one of the best marbles, best flooring. Flooring people use what? Timber, use bucket, right? He used walnut, American walnut, things like that. Fast forward 3-4 years later, he bought it at 3 million. He spent 500k, right? So 3.5. Fast forward, he sold at 3.93. The last transaction was 3.6. But the buyer was like, when he's like, okay, this renovation, I really don't need to spend much to do it according to my taste because it's very neutral.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So this kind of renovation will add value to your property.
Classic.
Yeah. Classic.
Okay, guys. So thanks, Clinton. Thanks, Michael, for all the insights. We're going to go for a break and then join us for the second part of our YouTube live because we're going to talk about recruitment and how to make money in real estate, guys.
Yeah.
This is going to be an insight strategy and secrets, and we're going to share a lot later. So see you guys then.
My job is to make property upgrading easier because property owners just don't know their options. F and Farah. Aspiring condo owners who are not sure if they can afford it because everything is just so expensive.
Wow, simple things like this also now so ex.
See, condo prices also very high.
I don't think we can afford it. Let's just stay here.
You guys are doing okay. Why don't you meet Hero Homes to run through the numbers first just to be sure? On Zoom. See, you guys can afford 6 years of reserve funds. Nice.
Michael and Janet can never agree on anything. Everything confuses them.
Watching, I watch soccer.
I watch news.
I watch YouTube.
Fashion.
Kau buy mention it.
Condo please.
Mention it juga.
Condo ni money. You guys don't have to decide now. Why don't you meet Hero Homes first to run through the numbers in person? Now you guys are 100% sure. John and Seth has been living here for the past 5 years. Now they are looking for the next move.
Wow, we got lucky with this EC.
But do you really think it's enough for retirement?
Why live your retirement through chance? Meet Hero Homes to play your retirement through property. Hero Homes means clarity and confidence in your property strategy. That's why Hero Homes is chosen by over 500 property upgraders since 2016. Meet Hero Homes by clicking on the blue button below.
2 hours ah.
Wait, was it blue?
Yeah, 2 hours free.
Free?
Free, yeah.
Okay, click on the link below.
What colour?
Blue.
Hi guys.
Okay guys, do you want to upgrade to your dream home but you have a million questions? Where do you even start?
Right, I have a lot of questions like, should you upgrade to an HDB, to a condo, or maybe even a 15-year-old private property that has on-block potential?
Can you afford the monthly installments? Can I sell for a profit? What happens if I'm out of job or if a recession hits?
Okay, and we'll answer all of your questions, very specific questions we understand because you might have different challenges, different concerns from other families.
So fill in the form below. We'll be able to then see your numbers, put it into a plan with 4 to 5 different options. We can then meet on Zoom or one-to-one.
Alright, so just fill in the form below now and we'll reach out to you within 2 days with your very own customized Hero Homes upgrading plan.
Alright guys, see you soon. Fill in the form. Bye-bye. A private
Wrong camera lah.
wrong camera. Michael.
Bro, alamak. Ya, dah lah, start lambat. Okay, bro. So, now we're going to be talking about a different kind of... maybe you're interested, maybe you're not interested. But yeah, I just want to share with you guys the fact that I've been in this line since 2009, not to flex anything. He's been in this line since 2010. Elfie has been in line since 2010, 2011. But we all have different starts. So, I'm just going to get straight into it. Mahi, please change the camera to Elfie. Some questions for Elfie.
Oh,
Elfie.
okay, yes, please.
So, is this your first job in your life?
Okay, no.
No.
So
how many jobs have you had? Wait, listen to my question first. How many questions? How many jobs have you had before becoming a property agent?
Probably like 6, 7, 8.
lah.
Yeah, 6,
Your highest paying job of the 6?
AIA insurance.
Insurance.
Yeah, financial advisor. I mean on average I think should be around 50, 60 per annum.
Per month?
Per annum lah.
Per annum
Oh, not so good lah, but it's still okay lah.
Okay, it's okay.
At that time, 50, 60K is a lot.
Yeah, because that time there's this thing called CPF investments.
Okay. So, lowest paying job.
Lowest paying job, can I say, so there's a local IT company, I cannot name the company.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of work. Yeah, it's around
serious
2008, 2009. Yeah, and then you have to travel. That's the worst part.
Okay.
Starting.
You get to travel and you don't appreciate
No, I don't.
travel.
Yeah.
Walao.
Indonesia, bro.
Cameras are here, cameras are here.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, if I'm the boss, I bring you around the world also, you're not happy. Alamak. Sack
But
you
like
already.
2000 last time was okay lah.
Okay,
Tiring lah. Okay. Yeah.
expectation. Okay. Anyway, so what got you to become a property agent?
Okay, good question. So in 2010, 2009, before I started, I actually replied to a job ad on Berita Harian.
Oh.
Working for a real estate, a top real estate agent in that time, in the Malay community. So I worked for him. And then eventually, after a few months, I was thinking, wow, this guy is making a lot of money, bro. So I was like cashing in checks, 10,000, 11,000, not every 2 weeks, no, it's like every other day,
Wow.
So you can imagine maybe his per annum is like 600K plus.
Back then.
But 600K is
back
now 2
then.
million.
In 2010,
Yeah,
600,000.
bro, yes, a lot.
Astaghfirullah.
A lot. And good lifestyle and things like that. So then after that, I became a
Then
property agent.
yeah. But okay, I know, of course, I know your past. Who did you join
Okay.
first?
So first I joined Propnex. Okay.
But you did not join the person that you were working for,
No,
right? Why?
Because
I mean, you were, my question is because you're already working for someone. You're already seeing the ins and outs
Yeah.
of how he's running the business.
Right.
Isn't the best person to learn from him?
Okay, so some mentors, unfortunately, right, they don't want to share everything. Okay, so I think maybe that's a policy he has that I can join him lah.
Okay, it's okay. So let's move on. Who did you join eventually? Where? Or I mean, if you want to,
Name, shall I say?
I leave it to
Okay,
you.
so I joined Propnex, a very senior agent lah, old school agent. So asked me to do cold calling at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. almost every other day lah. So I joined him first lah.
Well, last time you got PDPA. First thing I do is I block you.
Yeah, exactly.
Last time you got
But no
PDPA,
PDPA. Last time you just
no
call.
PDPA.
Yeah, cold calling.
I think all of us have done cold calling.
Yes, all.
So for example, let's try. Okay, I call. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Okay.
No.
So he answer first.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Elfie. I'm Heikel
Who's
from
this?
Propnex.
Sorry, I'm
Heikel
cooking.
from Propnex. Oh, you're cooking.
I'm
It's okay.
cooking.
Just a quick
okay.
one. Just want to find out if
It's
you're looking
okay.
to sell your property.
Real life story, by the way.
Cut your teeth.
I'm cooking. Oh, you're
I
cooking.
kena before.
Oh, no. Okay. I understand. But quick one. Okay, if you're not interested in selling, you got any properties you want to sell, you want to rent, I can rent for you.
Okay. So I don't know, man. I got Australian. It's on the market now.
Australian. I got a tenant. No, tenant is American, 3 couple with one kid.
Okay lah. So now my asking is 6K.
6K. Oh, their budget actually around 6.2 lah. I checked with them. When can arrange for viewing?
We'll see lah. You update me. You update me again. Give me your number, bro.
Okay. In this conversation, this is very common conversation being a telemarketing back then lah. The thing is, you don't know whether the seller lying or the agent lying.
Yeah. Yep.
Just to get okay lah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to the interview, so you joined Propnex eventually. Then eventually we were working together lah.
Right.
Okay, that's it. I ask you now.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Okay. Waiting only. Wait, hold on, no.
Sorry. Okay, so you, what were you doing before you became a property agent?
Okay, so actually the year was 2010. I just finished my
Alamak, this guy talk a lot lah.
national service, right? Actually, I think for us, right, especially at this age, I think the natural progression is actually to study.
Interesting. First job of NS already property agent.
Yes, correct.
Why property agent?
Because actually,
Not study.
like I said, every Singaporean
Cannot
son,
study, bro.
No, so every Singaporean son would know how the army functions, right? So I
don't
want to
know.
talk about that now, okay?
Police.
Or SPF or whatever. So actually, when you serve army, to me, it's a form of like really going out there to work,
Right.
Right? And I don't like what I see, I don't like office politics. I don't like all this kind of thing. So I want to be, Lee Kuan Yew always talk about meritocracy, right? Okay, if I work this amount, if I use this amount of effort, I want to be rewarded, right? That amount, right?
Let me before you continue, let me just wrap it up nicely. So you wanted to be an industry whereby your input equates to your what you
Correct. I
get
can be taking a holiday and I got
Right.
no closing or whatsoever. Then I think
Understand.
I
can accept.
rightfully deserve that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you want to work hard, you want to work hard for your efforts, not because someone else is going to judge you.
Yes,
Whether they like you or don't like. Okay.
AKA
So,
sales lah. I want to do my own business.
Yeah.
Right, but so young, of course, sales lah.
so that's how you got into real estate.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
So eventually you grew quite fast. I think you grew faster. I mean,
I was a
upfront.
top rookie.
Yeah. I was just telling
I was a top rookie.
you were a top rookie. We were in the.
I remember it was 6 months, about $70,000, $80,000. 6 months, $80,000. Right now, agents are earning 1 month, 100K. Last time, 6 months, 80,000 is top rookie lah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so,
Oh man.
So when we first got to know each other, you thought I was doing very well because I was in holiday in Milan. I got some of these things in Marina Bay.
yes. Plus, I was saying, wow, this agent go holiday.
Oh,
Wow,
It's Malay ah. Is it? Malay ah. Malay
And then within a few months, you became top rookie. Then, of course, my impression changed of you. Then, of course, how would you define your style of working in terms of how you manage your clients? You know, you get what I mean?
Yes, because a bit of background story about where I'm specializing. Like for example, you guys deal mainly with HDB upgrader, HDB, right? For me, I deal with clients mainly in the District 15, which is all the Indian clients, predominantly Indian clients. So right from the get-go, I have to really up my level. Okay, so because for can you imagine a 40-year-old banker, so successful, right? He's drawing like $20,000-$30,000 pay. Why would listen to a fresh grad, a greenhorn,
Botak.
and offering advice about property? So I know I have to up my level and really act as more like an advisor. Right? So in order to be an advisor, you must really know your stuff. And that's why I do a lot of research. And hence, this is something why you guys join me as well.
Yeah. So eventually, eventually, just going to fast forward lah. Today, you are a team leader. In fact, we are under your team. And what got you? What made you realize that, hey, I want to start recruiting agents? Wasn't it a challenge?
Yeah, actually the first 2-3 years, because I'm very sales oriented, right? So about first 2-3 years, I kind of like didn't want to do recruitment because I don't have the stress. For me, it's if my guys fail, right, I feel that the weight is on my shoulders, right? This is my character lah. So that's why I think for me it's I like to help people to I like to change their life.
So
because if you earn more money means you get to change their life.
how many years in the industry until you got
3
your
years.
first agent?
3 years, 3.5.
Oh, 3 years So
3
soon
and a half years, correct.
Oh, I think.
Who was your first agent, bro?
One of my friend, poly friend, his name called Kevin Ouyang. Is he there? No, he's not there.
Kevin Ouyang.
wake up.
Oh, your
Ouyang, I
friend.
wake up yet. No time.
Wake up already or not, bro? Agents.
So okay. So that was your a quick journey lah. Okay. So now for people who are aspiring to become property agents, what are the challenges that they face? Oh, wait. Actually, there's one question. By web production, someone is asking, isn't being a real estate agent, you need to have a lot of money to start off? So I think for a lot of new agents, aspiring agents, I'm sure they have that worry. They worry lah. They want to join the industry, got no money.
So when I first started, I still got no money. To be honest, so I borrowed from my dad $2,000.
Alamak, can borrow
At that point of
from
time,
father.
$2,000 is like I say a lot of money.
Actually, okay lah. I also borrowed money from my father. Also.
Yeah,
I
I
also
got
borrow
no money,
money.
so I had to borrow. Because you see, for aspiring realtors, right, those people who want to become agents, you need to understand this is a business. You got to treat it as a business. There's no business out there that you can make money without first coming out of capital, right? So capital is important, right? So money or time.
Time, yes.
So I'm going to pause you there because I'm very sure on this topic, Mr. Elfie has a different take.
Yeah. So just now, Clinton was saying money first, and then I say effort, right? Money
Right, continue.
Money and time.
Money and time, yeah. So nowadays there are many ways to actually generate leads and new business without being financially, without having money lah. Basically, it's free lah.
And all you need
Is your phone.
is a phone.
Exactly. And your
My first
message,
everything.
yeah. So it's gonna be there's a lot of people out there wanting your services. It's free anyway. Yeah.
So what about in today's market? A challenge that, I mean, you have new agents joining you, and then what are the challenges that they face, you notice?
The first number one challenge is prospecting.
Prospecting. Getting
is the
new
number one.
clients.
generation.
Getting new
Okay.
clients. Because let's say today I'm a 30 years old, I wouldn't say fresh grad, somebody who is like, let's say work somewhere else and want to join this industry, right? 30 years old, you also probably don't have much close leads that you can work with. And where do you go from there? So that's the challenge lah. Right, so what, as Elfie has mentioned, you can either you have time or money. So like I said, to me, if you don't have money, you have really no one to borrow from, then you have to give your time lah. Which you can do door knock, you can do whatever it is lah. That makes it work.
Okay. Selfie, when you first joined, when you first joined the industry, 20-ish, what was the biggest challenge that you faced back then?
Prospecting.
Prospecting also.
Getting leads.
Wow, so 10 years later, same problem. huh?
Same problem.
How did you get your clients back then?
Referrals. Cold calling actually.
Cold calling. Oh, I remember database.
Database, yeah.
Yeah, we
so
call,
it's
call,
like,
call.
your boss is going to give you a list of names
Yeah,
of the private property of the condo. So, those are your ready customers lah. You just have to
Annoy
annoy them. Yeah.
until they give up.
Are you going to ask me how I
You
first
prospect?
started prospecting?
How?
Zero cost.
How?
Not say zero cost lah, because I need to pay for Property Guru account, right?
Yep.
I actually answered almost all the questions on Property Guru.
Ask Guru.
Ask
it?
Guru.
Right.
And the interesting thing is usually you leave your email
Right.
and your handphone number, and 70% of the time, the person will reply you.
Serious?
Yes, they will send you email.
By
I got my first three. Anyway, I got a question, right? What is my first closing? My first closing is actually rent. Actually, the first few closing was rental. And all the rental came from Property Guru, Ask Guru.
What was your first sales?
Sales was Property Guru, Ask Guru. One of the guy was asking about he's asking about opinions from agents about a certain property. I remember it was South Bank,
Oh,
right, Lavender. Then I say, oh, maybe you can look at this property elsewhere that I recommended him, and that was my first sale lah.
Wow. How about Mr. Elfie?
First sale,
closing.
First closing is the cliff. So referral.
Wow.
So he bought the cliff to rent out lah. So it's a
That's
rental
your
unit.
first deal.
deal.
Not even a rental.
Not even rental.
Where was it?
Cliff, I think 2010, 2011 lah, around
Now
that
still
time.
lose money, right?
Yeah lah, of course lah, But anyway, I'm not talking about first sale lah.
Okay, lose money, right?
I will ask myself the same question. My first closing was actually before I got my license.
Ooh.
So I did not know what I was doing. I saw on a forum, expat forum, looking for a room. Then I know that there's another website, landlords listing out their rooms. Back then, internet not as savvy as not as straightforward as now lah. So I realized, I can just be a matchmaker. There's this one French guy, I remember his name, and then there was this one lady, Tanah Merah room rental, $600. I was still in. I cannot disclose. So I haven't full time yet. So I remember going to the viewing, and then after that at the MRT, I walked with him to the MRT, chit chat. I was like 20 years old, don't know what I was doing anymore, don't know what I was talking about. He said, okay, I agree, I want to rent this room. Okay, then I talked to the landlord. She said, okay, I agree with this tenant, I agree with this price. And then, I don't know what to do. So I Google then I
you haven't
learned.
joined yet?
I haven't met anyone.
But that time it was okay, right? That time it was okay.
That was
But were you
cowboy.
already like in Propnex?
No, I haven't even called anyone. I did not see it as sales. I saw it as a matchmaking. Like, matchmaking.
Yes.
Because when I was in poly, I was doing sales job, like those expo. I suck at it, man. Really don't know how to do that. Anyway, so that's my first closing.
CA watching this video, no?
I didn't.
All the way.
But to be honest, right? I mean, before that, what were the rules and regulations?
Don't have.
No, last time quite gamble.
Anyone can become a property agent, bro.
That's right.
Yes.
Anyway.
And we were quite lucky because we didn't need to see the REA.
Before, you asked me to sit the test now. I think I failed.
Yeah,
Okay, anyway,
REA
that was my
challenging.
first closing. My first sale was actually a referral from my NS friend. Sold his corner terrace, Jalan Terang Bulan, his grandmom's house.
Landed.
Yeah, then
freehold.
the person who bought was the developer of the owner of Sevens Group today.
Oh,
Yeah, then he developed, and then within a few months, he
So your
flipped it.
first sale
Eric Cheng.
is already a landed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back.
Wanna go
to-
Milan?
Okay. So another question is, when you create a group, instead of working together, don't each of them feel very competitive?
Oh,
Okay, this is a good
interesting.
question, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's a total addressable market. There's only so many people.
TAM.
TAM. So there's only so many people we can...
Well, I got spam.
Final.
Okay, anyway,
Okay.
our
So
guy
there's
is gonna
only
remove.
so many people who you can serve. And then if you get people, your agents in, they are your competitors technically.
yeah.
So what do we get from teaching them new things?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, amongst the three of us, also, we are technically competitors. amongst ourselves.
competitors. So what do you think, Clinton? How do we,
But the pie
it's
is
a
that big,
paradox, right?
The pie is that big is limiting belief, if you ask me. If you're worrying about things that you shouldn't be worried about. Because the pie is really that big. The cake is really huge, right? How many HDB, how many private property? So that's not something I'll be worried about. In fact, actually, we should be working as a group together to motivate one another.
Right.
Because sometimes this real estate industry is very lonely, very individualistic. If you don't come together, it feels like everything's on you. Sometimes you stress, then there's no outlet for you to vent out your frustration or whatsoever. But the
Okay.
key thing, our job, if you guys realize, it's not physically demanding. But it's
Mentally.
mentally draining.
Draining.
Yeah, I have one guy I know of. He actually left the industry already. So he was serving all his clients for 4-5 months.
Wow.
Almost every week, bringing out for viewing and so and so forth.
Wow.
And then after 4 or 5 months, I remember the first month he brought him to see one property. Let's say call it Cliff lah.
Okay.
for example. And then after 4 or 5 months, his client go and buy the Cliff with someone else.
I see.
Okay. The reason why is because the client tell him that, hey, you did not tell me that this unit is better, or you never push for it.
I see.
Long story short, he burst the deal.
Right.
But can you imagine 4 or 5 months of working on someone, then eventually burst?
Yep.
It affects you mentally, not physically.
You're right.
Yeah,
So
because
I think-
you knew you thought that you have this client guaranteed. That's like a
Yes.
$10,000 commission, $15,000
Alright.
commission.
So it's like every month you're hustling because you do not know when exactly you'll close, ma.
Yeah, and then your wife say, hey, I want to go dinner. And you say, no, I cannot go dinner. I need to serve this client.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
sacrifice a
then-
lot of things.
Yeah, man.
And then realize never close. I tell you, you must be mentally strong.
Yeah, I think that's one of the challenges that, a lot of people, okay, Okay, let's move on to my next topic before I want to go off.
Yes.
A lot of people, outsiders, have this impression that agent's life is very good, very rewarding. See this watch. I don't know how many thousand your shoe. I don't know how many thousand.
No Gucci shoe.
So
my khaki.
yeah, but I think a lot of people don't see the pain, the yeah. I mean, okay, let me rephrase this. So a lot of people don't see the hard work that needs to be put in.
Yes.
It might
Because
sound,
people only see success stories, ma.
the hard work, like you said, might not be a physical hard work, but the hard work is really the mental hard work needed.
Yeah.
The dedication, the sacrifice needed, because we don't work normal hours.
Right.
Like when I first met my wife and we were dating, I told her, hey, my timing is weird. I don't have time for you in the evenings, in the weekdays. Weekends, I'm probably free only after 5, after 6. You have to accept that. Luckily, she loves her free time. Now also she say got too much of me at home, also no good.
Right.
So it works out. But otherwise, that's the kind of lifestyle we have to have. And I mean, you have a child now. You have to sacrifice two child. Yeah. So you have to sacrifice your time away from your family. People think that there's a lot of free time that you can spend at home because we are not working normal hours. I'm renting a lot now. Yeah, but I think there's a lot of sacrifice.
Okay, again, I don't think we need to justify that an agent's job is actually quite tough. It's just that with the advent of social media, people you show highlights. You show your car lah, you show your holidays lah, and then you want people to see you that way. So, and these are property agents because they want other people to join them.
But they
right?
don't see the blood and sweat.
Exactly.
Behind all this.
So again,
for someone watching, thinking that you want to join the industry, I think that's the very first thing we highlight. The fact that it's not what you see on social media.
Right.
In fact, that's why we don't even post our awards. We don't post.
You are right.
Because we don't believe in that kind of marketing.
But again, right, I mean, the people who are calling you, like they say they want to become property agents, it's precisely because they saw your Rolex, bro. They saw your car. They saw your free time. So that's why they want to be like you. So agents, right, tend to display all these things lah, to show people, hey, see, this is how easy it is to make money. But the truth of the matter is, what we're going to tell you is, it's not like that initially, right? Maybe for the first few years even. Yeah,
yes.
the truth.
But like I said, everybody just posts about their success story. They don't talk about failures or things like that. Nobody likes to look at failures. Yeah. But there's really a lot of blood and sweat into whatever we do lah. Right? And every other things you do, there's always the successful story and those that fail.
All right. So Mahi asking, some people say agents must show off, like must wear luxury watch lah, luxury car lah. Do you need to have all these things to show off to be trusted?
Actually, no. You know why? I got some clients, I see you driving, let's say, a very nice car. Then they think they should give the chance to someone else.
Yeah, because you got too much.
But there are also superficial people. It's like, wow, you drive such a nice car, means you're successful, means
Not
whatever you're saying.
Not superficial, bro.
They see success. They see that, okay, they can trust you.
It's like social proof, right? How do I trust you? Okay, because my mind don't want to think so much. I don't know your statistics. I don't know. I see your car, easy decision.
This guy got money,
this guy got money. That means he got clients, right? It's an easy equation. So that's why. So it's partially true. You're right. Okay, but at the same time, right? I mean, What?
But okay lah, it really depends. Then after that, even for me, I mean, my values. I try very hard lah to fight, because I don't like all this kind of luxury stuff. I find it's a waste of money, but I spend on other stuff lah. But
I buy AMC stock.
Buy stock. But yeah. So it's the kind of values you want to portray. Yep. And I think that's the kind of people that you will attract as well. So I think this is something Elfie and I, even for you, I can see that we don't try to outlandishly show.
No, we don't. But of course, then again, I still do buy luxury stuff. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you work so hard, you also want to pamper yourself a little bit.
But again, preference, not every. Okay.
What's the most expensive luxury or item? Don't say car lah. I mean like one time spend.
Don't say house. Don't say car.
Don't say house lah.
Don't say
outside
car.
House.
Outside house and car.
Jewelry.
Watch.
Watch. How much?
Watch. 35,000.
35,000 for one piece of metal on your hand.
Hand that has since appreciated to $55,000.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
35 to 55.
But he bought it not because of its appreciation, because he liked it.
HDB upgrade, they buy.
Okay. I never asked you to justify.
I bought 35.
Okay.
LV. What's the most expensive thing that you bought?
Okay, bought material wise, I think it's the watch on my hand.
Watch also.
Tole, can't see.
Show.
Metal strap.
Yeah, exactly. It's just This is just a leather.
Bro, you know how many cows died for that?
Yeah, maybe one.
Yeah.
So for you, what about you?
His bike. His bike.
Bicycle, bro.
Bike.
Hey, wait, Alfie, your watch, how much?
Yeah, watch is 10.5k euros, which
Yeah, not
is 15, around 15.
Mine, my most expensive, it has to be my bicycle that I crashed 2 weeks ago, causing me an injury. That
How
bike,
much spend?
the total cost on that bike, how much? 15 to 6,
Actually,
17.
bikes, I know nothing about bikes. Does it
Wait,
appreciate?
bicycle, just to clarify, it's bicycle.
It's very expensive.
Yeah. But I enjoy. I mean, I lost a lot of weight.
This kind of bike, does it appreciate?
It appreciated during COVID lah. Now too much supply. Oh, it appreciated because there was a supply chain issue.
Oh, supply chain disruption.
You know the gear ni $3,000, $4,000.
Okay, guys. Okay, we got a question. I think some agents flaunt their wealth to show that they are better agents, thus attracting more clients.
Maybe that's their way of marketing. Not wrong.
Not wrong.
Not our style.
It's just human nature to be like that, right? Some agents don't really have clients' interest, want to sell the house fast, end up kick agent and got better offer.
This one, tough. Okay. I think it's how the agent talks to the client. How the agent
Manage
brings the message
expectations.
to the client, because it might seem like the agent is just trying to close the deal fast, but maybe the agent knows that if they don't get this deal, the price might drop or something might change.
Right.
So it really depends on how the agent brings up the message, because you can tell me, hey, Heikel, you don't sell now, maybe not so good already. I mean, your
Right.
price will drop.
Yeah.
Versus you tell me, Heikel, I think you need to accept this offer because there's no other better offer in the market.
Correct.
You know, and then it really depends. It depends on how they bring out the message.
Okay. So I guess anyway, so here's the bottom line. If you're thinking about so Heikel, you want to say something?
all I think.
I mean, we also know of some agents who just go for the kill.
Of course lah.
Just
Of course lah.
siblings, family also, they will just
But not
close
all,
it for them.
okay, you need to understand not all agents are like that.
Not all agents are.
I think over the years, since CA took charge, right, the quality of agents have been better. So that's why also now more HDB upgraders are going to private property. Quality of advice is better.
In any industry that exists, you'll have bad sheeps.
Yep.
We cannot avoid that. In life, you have bad sheeps.
Not bad lah, black lah.
Black sheep.
Okay, now, wrap up. Let's go.
Wrap up. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'll leave it to Alfie.
Okay, so this topic is so we just want to wrap up. So being a property agent, there's a lot of things that people don't see beyond that.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking about becoming a property agent, you want to know the real deal, you can talk to us. We will tell you the truth. Honestly, I will tell you the truth. Okay, I'm not gonna sell you some.
Sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, right? And then so please talk to us too. And then experience a famous agent. Okay. But so because they got a lot of other properties to sell anyway. So if you're thinking about becoming a property agent, just contact us, then maybe we can discuss lah.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this format where we shared a bit of news, our feedback on the news articles,
What
and
we
then
can do is about, let's get deep into interest rate the next time round.
interest rate. Oh, you wanna come again? See lah, ask this guy come one time only, wanna come again.
Must come again. Now our Coke Zero finish
Must have a
already,
bit of Chinese, bro. A bit of
Okay,
Chinese.
A bit Chinese.
But probably won't be happening next week. We'll probably take a break next week and
Right.
wait the following week.
Yeah.
Because we actually got work to do.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for me.
So that's it.
Okay, guys,
Thank you very much.
take
Thank you
care
for watching.
and join us in 2 weeks'
Bye-bye,
time.
bye,
Take care.
bye.
Bye-bye.
From the watch.
Flaunt. Okay, bye-bye.
A private view